Hi again then guys, and welcome to episode 2 of Visions of Tomorrow, the review series for the exciting one-off concept cars of the VisionGranTurismo program. And straight off the bat, I need to drop a disclaimer here, because if you are a die-hard fan of this BMW Vision GT car, you're not going to like this episode. I very rarely come down hard on cars for being bad, using the term loosely, but in this episode I'm going to be dead honest about this car. And if you're the kind of person who loves a car regardless of whether it's actually good or not, you may not want to watch this video, because I'm going to be honest about this BMW. Now, I don't dislike BMW, I'm not a particular fan of them either, but if a car is good, regardless of my opinion of it, I will be honest to you guys about that car. That's what I'm here for, that's why I do these reviews. If I'm not honest about it, what's the point? So, that being said, why is this going to be a negative review? Well, I'll lay out some facts. The Vision GT program is about being imaginative and different, showing something which the company has to offer. This car shows almost no imagination. Now, from a certain point of view, you can like the car. It's a good-looking car, certainly. It pays homage to the 3-litre CSL Batmobiles of yesteryear, which is cool. And it represents BMW's current design ethos, which I guess for them is cool. I don't think the public really cares about that, but BMW would probably think highly of that. But from a factual point of view, this car is an untunable, wide-body kitted M4. And that's it. It has a 3-litre turbo engine, produces 569 horsepower, and that's it. You can't get any more power out of it. It produces a pretty impressive 527 pound-feet of torque, which is only impressive because of how little power it produces. It weighs in at 1180 kilos, which, although isn't heavy, isn't remarkably light either, considering you can clearly see it's a stripped-out roll-cage track day special. The car clearly takes influences from DTM machines, such as BMW's own DTM car, and yet has no way near the value for money or tuning potential of any of the DTM cars on the game. The Audi A4 touring car, the Mercedes CLK touring car cost around the same kind of price and are far more tunable, far faster, and far more competitive. Around the track, this is not a bad car. It has good handling. It makes a fantastic drift car. It's perfectly balanced as far as handling goes, and being a BMW, it's a great driver's car. No surprises there. But that alone doesn't make a car worth 1 million credits, and this car costs 1 million credits. This is not a good value machine. The top speed is unremarkable, the acceleration isn't very good, the tuning is next to nothing. It doesn't even have an interior, but you could say that about any of the Vision GT cars. Now, the Vision GT program has subconsciously lulled us into thinking that charging 1 million credits for a concept car is automatically good value, because vehicles like the Tomahawk and the Chaparral cost 1 million, and that is fantastic value for money if you compare that to the existing prototypes and race cars in the game. So when something like this comes along, even though it came out first, we automatically subconsciously think, oh, 1 million credits, that seems pretty reasonable. It's not. This car is not even worth half 1 million, let alone a full million. Apart from the fact that this car is slower in a straight line than a stock Gallardo, and is no quicker around the track than any of the existing touring cars of a DTM level, 1 million credits is quite frankly an insult to any player who pays that amount of money for this car. The only exception to that rule is, as I said in the outset of the video, if you are a die-hard fan of BMW, then you may want to buy this car simply to have it in your collection because it's a good-looking machine. If you're looking for performance or for any level of competitiveness, it is next to worthless. This car sits at a ridiculous 620 pp. Why does it sit at 620 pp? It is no way near competitive enough for that level. It's not fast enough. The handling is good, but not 620 pp good. You can get a Tommykara ZZ2, a Nissan GTR, the aforementioned touring cars, or even a prototype to sit at that level. What chance does this car have against those vehicles? None. So why does it sit so high? This vehicle should be about 575 pp at the most. Now, I don't hate this car, and it could easily come across that way. But as I said at the outset, this is an honest review, as I am with all of the cars. If a car is even good at the slightest thing, I try to explain what that thing is and why you should consider it. In the case of this car, that one thing, the one redeeming feature, is that it makes a great drift car. Apart from that, I would advise anyone to steer clear of wasting 1 million credits on this waste of imagination. But that's it for this episode. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching.